Yo, 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 what's up? Where you're now tuned in to Blunt Talk, where we keep it blunt while smoking one. Hey, on this episode, man, y'all know Will Smith and Martin they came back together and dropped another Bad Boys movie. And y'all know the situation with Will Smith and Chris Rock, what he did at the Oscars. Well, Stephen A. Smith decides to address Will Smith about this after it's been a year plus. Let's see what he gonna say.
When we use the word forgivable or forgiveness, that's for Chris Rock to deal with.
None of
It's
your
his call.
business.
Could have had the man arrested that night and insisted to the LAPD that that not be the case. Could have pressed charges thereafter and insisted on not doing that to Will Smith.
Let's start right there. So if he insisted on none of that happening, Chris Rock didn't want Will Smith to get arrested that night and then didn't press charges furthermore. Why are you on here talking about it on your platform? You are a sports analyst or whatever. Why are you on here talking about something that happened between two other men a long time ago that you don't know if they squash? You rekindle, you restarting the fire, you starting the fire back up, bro. But I'm gonna let him keep talking. What?
Not making the incident any bigger than what it was. Yes, he came out with his own flick for Next Fix, got about $20 million for it. After tax, he probably walked home with about $6 million.
Counting that man pockets. Weird.
But Chris Rock is damaged. In the day and age of mental illness or traumatic incidences that affects one mind and psyche and what have you, yeah, you might see him at Knicks games. Yeah, you might see him still going about the business
Enjoying
of
life.
performing on tour, doing his job, or
Enjoying
handling
his life.
business.
That man is living his life. Chris Rock is living his life. It's the world that's keeping this shit stirred up. This man, men have disagreements sometimes. Where it happened at, okay, it wasn't the right place. But men have disagreements. They get into it and they get over it. Chris Rock is living his life. He did a Netflix tour, a Netflix show. He had a tour. He going to games like you said. He living his life. Talk about mentally. People put all kind of stuff together in their head about other people's lives and try to stand up for them. Come on, man.
Chris Rock will never get over that. Ever.
He ain't talking about it.
Will Smith apologized.
He did.
I'm not saying he even has to apologize.
What?
I'm saying that while I watch him and Martin Lawrence promoting this movie, and I'm quite sure the reason he hasn't addressed it is because the studios don't want him to, and there's an obligation that you have with them, all fair. I get it. But somewhere along the way, he has to sit down and talk to the black community. You can see all the white people around Will Smith all you want to.
What? Will Smith, if you ever come across this video, you don't have to sit down and say nothing to me. You said you was defending your wife in that moment, and you felt like you had to do what you had to do as a man. That's between you and Chris Rock. You ain't got to apologize to me about nothing. Cause that wasn't my business. Was it entertainment? Yeah, because I thought it was fake. I thought it was staged at first. It's people to this day I talk to about that who feel like it was still staged. But the people in the crowd thought it was staged. Like nobody knew how to act because it looked fake. If you go back and watch it, it don't look real. But that's between them, bro. If they handled it behind the scenes, I'm pretty sure they reached out to each other. I'm pretty sure something happened. But Will Smith took a whole break from, like he took a year break from the social media and everything. Like, come on, man.
Black folks have loved and revered this man
Still
for
do.
decades.
Still do. He
He was
respected
the
by me.
closest thing to perfection, as his friend Charlie Mack once told me. For decades. Everybody makes a mistake. This is not
Okay, if everybody makes a mistake, why are you still this did not happen yesterday or 2 weeks ago. This happened a year plus ago. And you over here telling this man he owed the black community an apology. Will Smith is a grown man, bro. He did not have to be perfect. Yeah, he didn't get into no trouble, but he didn't have to be perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. So the point is, why are you still trying to get an apology from this man to address the black community or something? Y'all, please, any of my other races of people out here who subscribe to me or watch this video, we do not care if Will Smith apologized to us. This is Stephen A. Smith trying to get some clickbait.
hatred. I love Will Smith still.
So why you fucking with him?
But you
Why
got
are
to
you
have a
bothered?
conversation as to why you did that.
No, he don't.
And when you're apologizing, and when you're getting emotional, and when you're thinking about all the lives or the people that you've affected,
Not mine, just Chris Rock
it's
and his family.
primarily
Maybe.
us as black people who have loved and supported you
Man,
and watched you go on an international stage and slap one of us in the face.
listen. In that moment, Will Smith said he was defending his wife's honor. Most men, if it's up, then it's up. And in that moment, he felt like it was up. And he wanted to let it be known, I guess, to the Hollywood world that I ain't gonna take nobody disrespecting my wife. Uh, uh, straight like that. And like you said, Chris Rock could have got this man arrested, could have pressed charges. He ain't did none of that. So why are you here saying the black community needs an apology? And guess what? Even if you think Will Smith ain't getting no support, I feel like they did like 100 million in the box office first weekend, I think. Hey, but go check it. I'm just saying.
And tarnished an historic event for one of the great black producers of modern times in Will Packer, possibly costing yourself and Antoine Fuqua an Oscar for emancipation along the way.
Man, I'm gonna say this too. I know I keep stopping the video, but I got a lot to say. Man, listen. If anything, I know I ain't never watched the Oscars, but if anything, this was the most talked about Oscar since the history of the Oscars. I feel like everybody felt like they missed out now because of that happening. So this was free promotion for them.
I'm not going to say what you did to the comedic community.
Man.
Hell, Jim Carrey spoke about that along with various others. We know you wouldn't have smacked Ricky Gervais.
Ricky
Bill
Gervais
Maher.
Bill Maher ain't saying nothing about his wife.
Bill Burr, or a host of others.
They ain't
know
saying
you
nothing
wouldn't have
about his
done
wife.
that. No apology necessary.
What? You just asked for an apology.
Saying,
this man just doing
a lot
clickbait
of folks
stuff.
ain't get over that. A lot of folks find it hard to just go to the movies to watch you.
100 million first weekend box office.
I'm one of those people. And I never missed a Will Smith movie.
Man, Stephen A. Smith, that's one ticket. One ticket. Okay. Who gives a rat's? Them boys still doing their thing. Movies. People still gonna go watch the movie. Come on, man. You went from saying this man owe us an apology to he don't owe us an apology. This is clickbait, y'all. Stephen A. Smith trying to keep that money rolling in. And this his own little, I guess, personal show he be doing. Stick to the sports, my boy, because you just talk. And eventually I bet you gonna see the movie. You might not go see it in theaters, but I bet you're gonna be at the house when you by yourself and you're gonna watch the movie. So sit down. God, y'all, this blunt talk. How y'all feel about this? Cause he I'm out, man.